Hello everybody, Steve here with another Big Ideas from BFO. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've got questions or comments, please drop them. I guess it's always below, right? Nobody ever puts the comments on the sides, but that's a different story. It's a story for another day. Let's talk a little bit about leadership. When I think about leadership, it's this idea about making yourself uncomfortable so that your team feels more comfortable. How does that feel when you hear that? When I unpack this, it's about your being strong under duress. You can be transparent, you can be vulnerable, but you still have to hold it together. You've got to be that person that understands why decisions are being made, where you're going, why you're going there. And you have to own it. Again, you might be uncomfortable with some of the decisions, but if you show that, I don't want to say weakness, but if you show the indecision at that point, do you really expect the team to follow? And again, it doesn't have to be a perfect decision. What does Ari Weinzweig say? He says, if you're in for 51%, you're in for 100%. That's exactly it. I may not have all the answers, but once I'm in, I'm in. The second part of this is being willing to make a decision where others might not. It's long been said that leaders or owners, they get paid to make the 6, 8, or 10, maybe it's more, maybe it's less, decisions each year that others would be very uncomfortable making. And that we can make these decisions. They're not made in a vacuum. They're usually made with a lot of consult with the team. But the idea that you're willing to make those decisions, those might be decisions about money, they might be decisions about headcount, they might be decisions about product. Regardless, these are the difficult decisions. That's why you're the leader that you are, because you have a willingness to make the decisions. I'm not saying that this is you throwing up in somebody's face and saying, don't make that decision. This is a willingness to make the decision when others may not be willing to make a decision, or they want to talk about it some more. Let's get some more data. Data's great. There's a certain point where you can keep collecting data and your decision ship will have sailed. And then you finally make a decision and you're like, we got a product, we got to go to market. And you realize that was 2 years ago. Hey, I've been there, I've done it. I try not to do it as much anymore because life is a live and learn. Be willing to make the decision. It's got to be thoughtful, right? You just got to be there and you're willing to make that decision. And sometimes it's a gut thing, right? Maybe you don't ponder it too long. You can ponder stuff too long and ultimately the decision gets made for you. You, as an unleader, have to be able to calculate risks quickly. Now, there's comfortable decisions, stuff that you've been exposed to over and over again, and there are uncomfortable ones where you're trying to figure out exactly what to do, where to go, how to get there, and why. Those are the uncomfortable decisions, and you might waffle in these places. Trust me, you do. But at some point, you've got instincts, you've got experience, you're here for a reason, you're leading for a reason, people believe in you for a reason. Make that decision. Go for it. Seriously, go for it. Roll those dice. You can pass and you'll never know, or you can roll the dice and you can learn from the win or the loss. And the key here is you have to understand that not every one of those decisions that you make is going to be a good one. Think about it that way. Not every decision has to be great. Make the decision and move on. I call it MADMO. Make a decision and move on. You can ponder it all day long, or you can go and learn when you make the decision. Thanks again for stopping by. Looking forward to see you next time.